too, so I think she's having a good time listening to us. It is clear to see that we love our pets and they love us, but to keep them seeing their best, you've got to pay really close attention to their eyes. Do you do that? Well, IndyVet's ophthalmologist, Dr. Heidi Klein, is here with ways to keep the eye health optimum here, and this affects so many things. We're talking about eye problems that are caused by viruses, bacteria, injuries, all kinds of things. So what are the things that we need to consider when we want to focus on their eye health and why that is so important?
Well, the eyes are obviously, what allow them to see. And I think a lot of people understand that, but I think a lot of people have a hard time understanding that the eyes can be painful with a lot of these diseases.
Well, let's talk about some of the common problems that come into IndyVet and what you treat and what are the things that we need to be paying attention to.
Right. Well, I think signs of common problems would be like that the eyes are red. Squinting is a problem that's particularly concerning because it means that the eyes are painful. We can also see discharge from the eyes, and any kind of change in appearance of the eye is something that should be looked into. Okay,
so when we're talking about Hobo here, who seems to be doing just fine, what are you looking for when it comes to to their face? I mean, she looks optimal, but where would you be focusing when you're talking about redness? Just like the whites of our eyes.
Yeah, so like the whites of her eyes would be something you'd want to look at, and then the discharge, and just if they're acting like their eyes are painful, if they're squinting, then that's something that needs to be examined.
Okay, so you're really paying attention to the appearance here. What about when it comes to injuries? I mean, they're rolling around, they're outside, they're running through bushes and whatnot.
Yeah, we can sometimes see injuries to the eye, things like sticks poking in the eye, or even I've seen thorns and other foreign material stuck in the eye that needed to be removed. And so that's a little bit of a hard situation to avoid, but if you do suspect that your pet has had that sort of injury, I would recommend that you have it looked at as soon as possible, because the eye is so delicate, and so waiting on those sort of things, you can set yourself up for more problems.
Something
like painful.
Maybe even more pervasive than than injuries are allergies, right? And so how do you guard against the allergies that our dogs and cats are fighting while we might be fighting our own?
Right. Yeah, that can be difficult. I'd say that if you suspect your pet has allergies, it'd be a good idea to see your veterinarian and see what they can recommend. It's just like for us, it's a hard thing to guard against.
I don't know if we have any sort of pictures that we can bring up that we're talking about. This is what is the issue that's at work here?
So this is a dog that has glaucoma.
Yeah.
Glaucoma is a disease where the pressure becomes very high in the eye. You can see in this photo that the pupil is very open, and that's because of the glaucoma. You can also see the eyes a little cloudy and a little red. And so that's a disease that we want to have special attention for, because not only is it painful, but it can cause irreversible blindness.
Now, is this like, I don't know if this is just kind of the trick of the camera, is that the color here, or are we looking for the cloudiness that generally you think of when you think about glaucoma?
It is a little bit cloudy, but I think that what we're seeing in this picture so much is that the pupil is so big. That's mostly what you can see well in this photo.
Okay, how about a before and after here?
Well, this is actually a different dog. This is a dog who has a scratch on its eye. There's a little red and cloudy area.
Right in the upper corner there, right?
Right up in the corner, and that's a dog who's had an ulcer on the eye, and that's a painful problem. Generally doesn't threaten vision as much, but it is a painful problem.
That does look painful. I mean, my eyes are watering. Yeah. Is this the before and after we're talking about? This is a kitty cat.
Here's the before and after, right? This is a cat who had entropion, and that's a problem where the eyelid, instead of it laying flat on the eye, actually rolls in, and you can see those hairs that are touching the cornea, the clear front part of the eye. So that's a really painful problem. If you've had a hair in your eye, you know how uncomfortable that can be.
So that's the before, right?
This is the before, right? And then this is right after that we've done the surgery.
We're ending on a good note.
Yeah.
Surgery did the trick here. So things to think about. Dr. Heidi Klein with IndyVet Emergency and Specialty Hospital. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Good to see you. Tell Dr. Spicer we said hello, but it was good to have you here with us. If you'd like more information about what we've discussed here, we invite you to check out our website in the link section of fox59.com. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you.
And thanks for bringing in Hobo here.
Yes, no problem.
You've been a good girl here. All right, it is 9:17. Let's check in with Jim, talk weather outside. Beautiful day once again, Jim.
Yeah, really nice.